Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
And good evening, everyone. All right, we started early this morning off with a little bit of rain, just enough to dampen the ground really in some spots. But basically everybody got pretty much a tenth of an inch or less for the most part. A little stronger cell, if you will, right up around Smithfield was kind of found going up the 95 corridor over towards Weymouth and over towards Scituate, and that was about it, the highest amounts we were able to see around much of the area. Martha's Vineyard got a tenth of an inch as well. Nantucket did a little better, just shy of a quarter inch. But yeah, we're going to be in for a pretty dry stretch this coming week, although as October begins midweek, it is going to cool down, only to turn around again temperature-wise and warm right back up again. Look at everything east of the Mississippi River as we go all the way through October 12th. Yeah, it is going to be quite warm around here. So certainly with the dry conditions for the upcoming week, which I'm going to show you about how this is all going to play out, that's certainly a good chance maybe to wash your car, or certainly some great weather to extend the golf season for you, or maybe just be able to take bike rides in the evening after dinner time. All right, here's what we're looking at outside right now. It's a beautiful evening if you want to take one of those bike rides. Sky's nice and clear. Temperature 78 degrees. The dew point still a little on the muggy side, 65. That dew point's going to be starting to drop, though, as we go into tomorrow, so it'll be a more comfortable day. But a breeze is still out of the southwest at the present time. And around the area, many areas are still holding on to the 70s at this hour, mostly mid and upper 70s, unless you're down right along the south coast, from Westerly over to Charleston and over to Narragansett and North Kingstown, anywhere right around the Bay Area. As you get over to Tiverton, Little Compton, still holding near 70 degrees there. Just a delightful evening. But look, off to the west, there's more warm temperatures to be found, but we're going to start modifying a little bit because we're going to also get a little push from Canada with temperatures coming down from the north. So really we'll be into the 70s for the next couple of days. Here's what's happening. There is a cold front that is going to be cutting across the area towards daybreak tomorrow morning. So it's going to take the muggy air out of here, and the warm temperatures that we had today that were in the 80s, well, let's just call them mild, if we will, because we'll be in the 70s. But high pressure is going to dominate the scene all week long. This is a very strong area of high pressure, and it is just basically going to deflect any storminess from coming near us. Now, as I said, Tuesday was still mild, but the cooler air comes down as we go on into Wednesday and Thursday. We'll struggle to get into the 60s. Meanwhile, we'll be looking to the south, the tropical systems, as that'll be Hurricane Umberto passing by out in the Atlantic. But we'll get to that in a moment. Here's what we're dealing with tomorrow morning. When you get up, head off to the bus station. For the bus stop, we'll be looking at temperatures upper 50s for the most part. A few afternoon clouds around and temperatures right back into the upper 70s for highs. Just a delightful day. A few more clouds around for your Tuesday morning. And then as we get into the afternoon, it doesn't get quite as warm, but we will hit the mid 70s. Now let's turn to the tropics. We got Hurricane Umberto and Tropical Storm Imelda. Hurricane Umberto has weakened down to a Category 4, but nonetheless, it is still very powerful. 145-mile-per-hour winds. As we go into Tuesday morning, it is going to be passing the island of Bermuda, not making a direct landfall. It's going to go between the U.S. mainland and Bermuda and then curve off into the North Atlantic. We'll start getting some dangerous rip currents and some high surf kicking up starting Tuesday and Wednesday in particular. And then we have Tropical Storm Imelda, not to be outdone. Maximum winds 40 miles per hour. It too is going to kind of maybe stay as a tropical storm and then head towards Bermuda perhaps around Tuesday or Wednesday, may be gaining hurricane strength. Actually, this will be about Thursday by the time it gets there. So we'll be taking a close eye on how these things are going to be tracking out over the next couple of days. But like I said, for tomorrow and Tuesday, we're looking at temperatures that are in the mid and upper 70s before dramatically cooling down Wednesday and Thursday. Much cooler than normal for daytime highs, only in the low 60s. But notice, as we head towards next weekend, sun-filled sky and our temperatures warming back into the low and mid 70s.
What are the odds you think this will be the warmest game we'll see in Foxborough this year?
Well, it probably is the warmest, but you know, nonetheless, when we're into the 70s, it is just going to be delightful. And I think we have water fire coming up next Saturday, so things are looking great for that too. So, want everything to hold out.